Hello everybody, welcome back, or welcome if you're new. I am Tiffany, and today I'm going to be sharing a pantry and freezer video tour kind of thing. So I feed my family at home a lot. We are a family full-time at home of 6. I homeschool 4 kids, and so it is 5 of us at home all the time, like every day. And they eat a lot. They want to eat all day long. But my husband does go to work full-time outside of the home, and I send him to work with breakfast, snacks, lunch, everything from home. So although he's not here, he's still eating from home. So how many times can I say from home? Anyway, I have no script when I do this. I just come up with whatever's in my head at the time, and sometimes it's like, I feel like, what am I gonna say? I don't know. And then sometimes it just comes out and it sounds perfect, but today is not that day. But anyway, you will find a lot of real life videos around here because this is just real life. Anyway, we go through a lot of food. And then we also have 2 grown children that are out of the house that do come back. And one of them brings her husband. So that would be 3 more. And then my parents eat here sometimes too. So that is another 2 more. So we just go through, and then my father-in-law as well. So we love to feed people, and we love to cook a lot of our meals, almost all of them at home. I try to do everything at home the best I can, because when you have a large family or even a small family in this day and age going out to eat, it is a lot. And don't get me wrong, I like to go out to eat because I don't have to cook or clean up, and it gives me a break. But then I always leave feeling defeated because it's like I spent all this money on this food that kind of disappointed me. I mean, yeah, sometimes it's excellent, but sometimes it's not. And you're like, really, I just wasted all that money on mediocre food. And I probably could have just eaten at home for a lot better of a meal for a lot cheaper. So we keep our going out to eat very minimum because it's just expensive and the quality has just gone downhill. So let's be real, it's just not fun. Although it is a nice break. So sometimes I just say yes, not really for going out to eat, but just to get the break. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I share updated pantry freezer videos often throughout the year. And I just went and did a big stock up at Sam's Club to get us through the next couple months. I don't like to grocery shop weekly. I don't like to grocery shop bi-weekly. I really like to go get everything done at once so it's here. The less I have to go to the store, the less I have to think about what we're gonna have or where we're gonna, like what I need to get from the store. It just gives me more brain power for other things. If I can take one thing off my plate, it feels wonderful. And so I just prefer to have everything that we need here for as long as possible. And then at the end, when we need more, all right, let's go get another stock up, because it's just so much simpler having everything on hand for myself. So we went to Sam's Club, also Walmart, and we got pretty much everything we're gonna need for the next however long. Besides, I know at some point we will run out of milk and some fresh stuff, but we will go back for some fresh stuff, but nothing else. So I'm gonna go ahead and share with you everything that we've got. And you guys let me know how often you want me to do this, because I'm going to see how long this big stock up at Sam's will last us. I want to stretch it as far and as long as possible. And so how often do you want me to update these kind of videos so you can see what we've gone through? Do you want it weekly, bi-weekly, monthly? You guys let me know down in the comments. And here we go. I'm going to start with our freezers maybe, and then come over here, or maybe I'll start over here since I'm here, and work our way to the freezers. Now keep in mind, this is not perfect. It is not clean. This is real life here, and just, it's a mess. Okay, so we have some oats in here. We've got rice in one, which looks like it needs to be pushed down some, which we just filled this back up at Sam's. It was empty. So we just put a 5-pound bag, 25 pound bag, I'm sorry, of rice in there. There's sugar in one. There's other oats. So there's quick oats in one, and then old-fashioned oats in another. And then most of them are empty. So we used to have them all full, but now I think there's only 1, 2, 3, 4 of them that are full. Down or up here, I've got some protein powder, some flaxseed, and then some items that are canned. There's some meats. There's some chicken. There's lots of carrots and sweet potatoes, and I don't know, looks like cranberry juice that I never strained maybe, or it's either cranberry juice that I never, no, this is cranberry supposed to be cranberry sauce that never set, but I'm actually going to use that this week. I'm going to make a cranberry orange pork loin, and this will actually be perfect for that. So I'm not even worried about it because you can use those in all kinds of cooking. We have some potatoes, some Lysol that we just got, some more potatoes, some pickles, some beans, some more pickles, some broth, some more pickles, some green beans, and then this is some pear stuff that I had canned at some point from our pear tree out back. We've got some deodorants and soaps and lotions and all kinds of shampoos and conditioners and body washes and things like that. And then half of a 10-pound bag of sugar that I just got at Sam's. You guys just saw that. Up here are more items that I can, and these are freeze-dried items. Those I don't really worry about going through. Those I feel like are more for like long-term emergency type of storage. Like if, I don't know, God forbid anything ever happened and I couldn't buy food, at least we've got stuff like that, because that stuff is set for 25 years. So that is the least of my worries of going through. But yeah, it's there if we ever need it. And then over here, there's a lot more stuff than there was last time. So we keep all of our seasonings up here. I buy in bulk from Sam's Club. And then we have like, you know, the little normal size ones upstairs. When they empty, I just refill them with these. And then we have just a couple things of like chickpeas because we like to do homemade hummus and things like that. Some more items that were home canned. This is lard from our pigs. These are jellies that I can. There's grape and strawberry there. And then there's some freeze-dried items. And then I said this last time, but I don't have a clue what this is. And I didn't write on that. And I know that's like the biggest mistake ever. I think it might be pasta sauce. I think. Some mandarin oranges. I'm actually going to take those upstairs as well because for our cranberry orange pork loin, that's what we're going to do. We have some chili beans and just some regular, these are black beans, and some sweet peas there. Well, split peas. I don't know why I said sweet peas. Split peas. We have some canned mushrooms and then some canned veggies, sweet peas and corn. We have some cream of chicken soups and cream of mushroom soups here, some cranberry sauce, coconut milks. We use these a lot in smoothies. There's some hot pepper jelly that I canned, some pear honey that I canned, a lot of green chilies, one red enchilada sauce. We have some salmon and some tuna and some chicken, some more pears. These are pears and apples that I canned off of our trees. There's more mandarin oranges, more pear honey, lots of freeze-dried items down here and home canned items. And then same thing down here. This is peach butter that I made from the peaches off our trees, some applesauce, some dates. This looks like it might be oat milk. Yeah, freeze-dried oat milk, more chicken, just some cleaning products down there. And then over here, same thing. I've got some OxyClean, which I'm getting ready to take stuff upstairs. I wrote myself a list right here. And then just some toothpaste and mouthwash and more cleaning stuff right here. Some foil trays. I don't know how I ended up with 2, but I have them for years now. Again, more items that I have canned, and then some avocado oils, some broths, some collagen peptide powder, and then some breadcrumbs. And then up here we've got just sauces and seasonings. Well, not seasonings, but all kinds of things. As you can see, dressings and mayos and ketchups and things like that. This is running low on ketchups for us because my son could like drink the bottle of ketchup if he could. We've got all this stuff right here. Some sticky rice, some cooking spray, lots of tomato products up here, some tostadas, some pasta sauce, a bag of black beans, some pasta, and then more pasta sauce, taco shells. These are little snack trays from Sam's Club. And then over here, we've got a few boxes of cereal, some freeze-dried avocado back here. This is, I have a lot of cans right here. This is baking soda, and these are baking powders from Azure Standard. I have the cutest little snowman pasta. It's not snowman, snowflake pasta. These are dog treats that we got on accident in a Walmart order. This is like lots of little baking things. So there's sweetened condensed milk, there's molasses, there's cocoa powder, cornstarch, cocoa powder, peanut butter, maple syrup, almond flour, honey, things like that. Corn syrup back there. I think that's apple cider vinegar right there. We have some ranch powder, some chicken breast, Parmesan cheese, lemon juice, some nacho jalapeno or pickled jalapenos. These are trash bags for litter. Some coffee, some more noodles, some pumpkin, more baking powder, blueberry pie fillings right here that I canned, some organic wild blueberry and apricot jams. I'm actually going to take one of those up, I think, maybe. I don't know. I want to do some apricot chicken. And then back over here, we've got some chocolate chips and some puddings and mixes and jellos and random things like that. And then down here, we've got some chia seeds and dates and some tape. More dog treats that were an accident in our Walmart order. Trash bags, some dryer sheets, and some K-cups I need to take upstairs. Here's some medicines and then a bunch of extra seasonings. And down here is just a mess. And then over here, we've got some more trash bags and some cleaning products. Now in our fridge over here, we've got some eggs and butter and some quesos and garlic butter and string cheese, some milks and oranges and some grapes. I actually need to take those upstairs too. And then we've got a few creamers and coconut waters, and that's it. We're going to end up running out of creamers fairly soon. That's one thing that I did not buy enough of. And then up here in our fridge freezer, I have to have this lock or it pops open. And it came in a pack of 2, so I just keep this one. The fridge part doesn't pop open, but the freezer does. It just won't ever stay closed for some reason, like with nothing in the way. Even if it's completely empty, it still pops open. So I bought these little freezer locks off Amazon. And like I said, it came in a pack of 2. So I just kind of keep this one just in case this door decides to do the same thing. Anyway, we've got some butter, some gluten-free something, which we don't really need anymore. Some cheeses. And then I'm pretty sure this freezer was pretty empty last time I did a tour. And then up here, I just got all these bags at Sam's. We got broccoli Normandy, these are meatballs. This is broccoli. This is mixed vegetables. There's cheese. There's shrimp back there. And then some more butter. And I got a big bag of fries. So that's all in here. This little chest freezer is now full of bacon and more cheese and mini pancakes and kielbasa. Some hams I got at Sam's because they were on sale. And then we've had this bag. This is frozen chicken breasts. There's quite a bit in here, but I'm not going to dig through the whole thing, but just so like you can kind of see, you know, how much is in here. And this freezer was fairly empty for us, and we filled it back up at Sam's. So we got some tortellinis and some chicken. These are more kielbasa. There's some egg rolls, which I didn't get at Sam's this time. I should have got a couple more of those, like another box of those or so. But we were out of chicken breasts. All we had was like these party wings, and we had chicken drumsticks. That was it. So we bought some chicken breasts and some chicken thighs, and then we bought some whole chickens, and we bought some pork chops. So we kind of filled this freezer semi back up, and some tortillas. We have had this stuff over here besides this chicken. None of this is new, so that's all been here. There's deer, and there's some cheese and some shredded cooked chicken. This is some, I think, pepperoni or salami or something from Sam's. There's some cooked barbecue chicken. There's some ribs and things like that. This freezer is just a really big catch-all freezer. It is a mess, but as you can see, it's got everything you could possibly need in it. Just a random assortment of things. There's anything from fat to vegetables, hot dogs, and cheese. But as you can see, this is how full it is, and there's some random fruits and tuna steaks and all kinds of things in here. And then last freezer, this is where we had processed a lot of our own pigs, and we got a half cow. So our half cow was over here. Our own pig stuff was here. We have gone through quite a bit of it. We're like bare bones on ground beef. I don't know that we have much more than maybe 5 pounds left. I should have got some at Sam's Club. I did not think about it. But we have other cuts of beef that we can go through, random cuts. And then I did add some pork loins, and I added some Italian sausage. But that is all that I added to this freezer. Oh, and 2 boxes of Kit Kat ice cream bars because they were on sale. But that is all that I added to this freezer. So there's a big, decent size hole. There was over here before I added these 2 boxes. If I take those boxes out, it's fairly empty. But as you can see, this is what we have in here. So that is it for the pantry and freezer tour. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get our stuff and take it upstairs that we're gonna need for the week, because I try to semi-meal plan through the week. I used to fully meal plan and follow it. I haven't been doing that lately, but I did write down some meals, and I need to take our ingredients for those meals upstairs. But before I did that, I wanted to show you everything that we did have down here. So my goal is to go through make all of the Sam's Club stuff last as long as possible, as I said. So I don't really have to go back to the store. We can save money. Yes, it's a big cost up front, but if you aren't really grocery shopping, it's still like the same as you would be weekly or monthly or however you grocery shop bi-weekly. But also I feel like it saves money because you're not going to the store every week and grabbing extra items that you might not had you just gone once. At least for me. It might not work for everybody, but that's how I feel. I feel like it ends up saving money in the long run because there's less temptation, less gas, less all of that. So it ends up saving us money, but we still have to do, the upfront cost, but then we're not grocery shopping, so it kind of balances out. But what I'm going to do is take my total from what I had spent. I had spent $1,500 to stock up, and I'm going to see if I could go 3 months, and I divide it by 3. That's $500 a month for our family, which isn't bad. So we'll see what ends up happening. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe so you can see I share daily videos on how we eat up all this food. Full day of meals videos, things like that. So I would love to have you stick around for those. And now I'm going to get back to my today video. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.